What is up, guys? It's ya boy, Rick. Due to an issue with blue armor, we are nerfing the Izanagi's burden. Kackis here, and today we've got some brand spankin' new Destiny 2 news, courtesy of the Bungie weekly update that has just gone live, revealing official information. And so, let's get started. Now, yes, it is a Wednesday, and TWABs almost always drop on a Thursday, but with Thursday being Thanksgiving, Bungie moved it a day earlier. And before we talk about what was in the TWAB, we actually have a bunch more additional information to discuss. And that's because Bungie devs Kevin Yanes and Eric Smith were on the Firing Range podcast talking about the massive sandbox update hitting Destiny 2 when the 30th anniversary event launches. So last TWAB, Bungie revealed that they're completely overhauling the ability environment in the game. Like, nothing will be the same moving forward, especially in PvP. And even more information came out in this podcast, so let's talk about it. But just before we do, hey! I just finished grinding a raid. I thought of something else I can grind.
Ooh. What is that? What?
Listen, gamer, you might not care about your fingernails, but your girl does. That's why this video is sponsored by Manscaped and their brand new Shears 2.0. Everything you need to avoid becoming Edward Scissorhands this holiday. And one more thing, I'm going to show you my package. Whoa! Not that package. It's actually the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0. Listen, this has really got it all. We've got the Crop Reviver, Crop Preserver, we've got the all-new Lawnmower 4.0 skin-safe technology, and the light. And guys, if you click the link in the description down below, the savings, because we're also going to get the free boxers, then we're going to get the free travel bag, and then also free shipping, and also 20% off the entire package, guys. The perfect holiday gift for your man. Definitely trim your tree this Christmas, and guys, definitely click the link in the description down below. Alright, now one of the main things these Bungie devs said is that, of course, a lot of people felt like they were nerfing certain abilities too far, but they said, remember, they have the knowledge of all of the Subclass 3.0 changes coming later in the year. So starting with the Witch Queen, Void subclasses are being remade to match Stasis subclasses. So you're going to have the ability to choose whatever abilities you want, what super you want. Some of the things are bleeding over between classes. For example, Titans are going to be able to get the Devour perk. There's going to be aspects and fragments and so on. So yes, they may have been a little bit harsh to a certain ability. Maybe they nerfed, Shoulder Charge too far in this meta, but when these changes arrive, perhaps you're going to have aspects and fragments that are going to make Shoulder Charge really, really good, and without this much of a nerf, it would be completely overpowered. So again, some of these changes were made with those Subclass 3.0 models in mind. Okay, moving on from there, something else very interesting that they openly said is that exotics that have to do with abilities are just going to get better, with a lot of the abilities having slower recharges in general, right? With certain abilities getting substantially more powerful. Flux Grenade can now one-shot kill, right? You're going to have the exotics that buff those abilities just naturally become better. In fact, one of the things they specifically listed was the Omnioculus. Giving you 2 smoke grenades is now more powerful than ever in this new ability reduced environment. Something else they mentioned is Peregrine Greaves. These are going to buff the damage of Shoulder Charge if you're in the air, and they will enable Shoulder Charge to get a one-hit kill. Now that's actually combined with the fact that Shoulder Charge, and they even admitted this on the podcast, is becoming substantially easier to use and more forgiving. So expect to land with Shoulder Charge way more often, and again, put on the Peregrine Greaves to make that pretty disgusting. But it's not just exotics. Something else these devs admitted was going to get a lot more powerful is weapon perks that buff ability regen. So stuff like Wellspring and Demolitionist. Now, if you get a kill with Demolitionist and you get that chunk of grenade energy back, it's now providing a chunk of, for example, that Flux Grenade that can one-hit kill. They actually said that they didn't nerf these weapon perks, so expect them to go up in value quite a bit when the 30th anniversary launches. Moving on from there, another big piece of info is that the Intellect stat is basically getting a nerf, and that's because going forward, Intellect will only apply to the passive super regen, and now with this update, you're gonna get much more super energy for dealing and taking damage than just sitting around waiting for your super to charge. So therefore, you know, I have 100 intellect on like everything, but now is it even going to be worth it? Because they also confirmed in the podcast that the amount of super energy you gain for taking and dealing damage is not affected by your intellect stat. So you could have 0 intellect and you're still going to gain that same amount of super energy for going on a rampage with your primary weapon, for example. So again, is intellect even worth it anymore? Maybe it's time to think about changing up your builds and getting some new non-intellect focused armor. Now, something else important is that dodge was nerfed so that it will no longer break projectile tracking. And then people said, what about PvE? And Bungie did acknowledge this, and in a patch that's arriving soon after, it will be fixed so that it will still break projectile tracking specifically in PvE. So if you're in a Grandmaster and one of the Cabal Axion darts is coming at you, you can still dodge and it will break that, thankfully. Now, something else interesting that I'm sure a lot of you guys watching thought about when you heard that dealing and taking damage would give you super energy. Wait a minute, if I shoot my barricade or if I just stand in a healing rift with ricochet rounds and shoot myself, can I get super energy? Thankfully, Bungie thought of this as well, so as you can see, they confirmed that no, that stuff won't work, it won't give you super energy. Alright guys, but moving on from there, something else interesting that happened is the official Destiny 2 Twitter tweeted this. Reminder, everyone write your dawning letters to Eva so she knows what to bring you. I of course advocated for some Black Armory weapons to return, but this is kind of interesting. This is the first mention from Bungie of the dawning 2021. We know from the seasonal calendar that it is still happening, and it's kind of mushed in here with the 30th anniversary update. Could the dawning start on December 7th when the 30th anniversary launches? Maybe. The fact that Bungie is tweeting about it and referencing it is definitely an indication that it's going to start maybe sooner rather than later. Maybe we'll see a 1 week separation between the 7th and then the next reset dawning will start, but expect that to happen this year. Alright guys, moving on to the information in the TWAB, it is extremely light. Again, the main information was, that podcast and some supplemental info. In the TWAB itself, really everything that's happening is the celebration of the Gjallarhorn Days event. Essentially, it's just, talking about the infamous Gjallarhorn, and as a result, they're having sales and new products in the Bungie store. So you can see some of those products right here. There's going to be an emblem when you purchase for the Gjallarhorn Days event, 10% store-wide discount 1 day only on Black Friday, 50% off soundtracks 1 day only on Cyber Monday, and then gifts for Gjallarhorn Days, check back daily for free gifts. However, what's almost more interesting is the picture they used in the TWAB. It's this right here, showcasing a Guardian with, I think that's one of the new sets of armor coming in the 30th anniversary with the Gjallarhorn itself. We can see it here in all its glory, and the background is very interesting as well. I almost thought, oh, well that's Exodus Crash on Nessus for a sec, but I'm not entirely sure. The trees in the back look more like trees from the EDZ. Could this be a location coming with the 30th anniversary event? Is this in the Cosmodrome? We do know the dungeon takes place in the Cosmodrome, and the entrance is the infamous loot cave. So is this an actual preview of that? Or am I just dumb and this is already in the game right now and you guys are going to tell me in the comment section? I don't exactly know. In any event, guys, that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, found this informative, and if you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickKackis. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.